Understanding Donald Trump is difficult for one simple reason. He never saw the world as a place built on values. He saw it as a balance sheet. Countries were numbers. Allies were business partners. Enemies were leverage. For Trump, politics was never about ideology. It was about profit. One day he threatened a country. The next day he humiliated an ally. Sometimes a single sentence from him moved markets, currencies, and lives. And every time, he said the same thing. I'm doing this for my country. But in Trump's world, country meant a company. And a company exists for one reason only: to make money. Unprofitable deals were canceled. Losing wars were abandoned. Useless alliances were treated like bad contracts. In the past, powerful nations used armies to dominate weaker ones. They took land, they took resources, they took lives. Trump used a cheaper method: deals, sanctions, trade wars, and cameras. That's why Donald Trump never acted like a traditional politician. He treated politics like a marketplace, countries like customers, and global crises like business opportunities. This is not a story about good or evil. This is a story about how money becomes power, how power buys silence, and how the world slowly learns the price. Before politics, Trump was a real estate developer in New York. Big dreams, bigger ego, one obsession: money. He built hotels, he built towers, he opened casinos. Every building carried the same name: Trump. But behind the golden letters, reality looked different. Casinos collapsed, projects failed, banks pulled away. On Wall Street, his name was whispered carefully. Flashy, but dangerous. Trump didn't see failure as shame. He saw it as education. He learned something crucial. You can lose money, you can lose buildings, but if people are still watching you, you're still alive. Television saved Donald Trump. The Apprentice. Suddenly, he wasn't just a businessman, he was a product. Aggressive, arrogant, always winning. You're fired. It wasn't just a line, it was his worldview. Trump discovered something powerful. People don't want solutions, they want to watch power. Politics stopped being about ideas. It became a stage, and Trump knew exactly how to perform. Then came the files. Jeffrey Epstein, private jets, private islands, powerful names that stayed quiet. Very little was proven in court, but the public felt something was wrong. And something else was noticed. Whenever the files surfaced, a new crisis appeared. A trade war, a threat, a loud statement. Attention moved. Was it planned or instinct? There's no final answer, but one thing is certain. Attention was always redirected, and distraction has value. Trump openly called America's Middle East policy a failure. Afghanistan, Iraq, decades of war, trillions of dollars. And what was the result? Loss. Trump didn't see this as a moral issue. He saw it as bad business. America is losing, he said, and I don't like losing deals. Troops were pulled back. Pressure increased. Iran was threatened, and Gaza. Trump claimed the conflict was under control under his leadership. His relationship with Israel went beyond alliance. It looked more like partnership. Critics said it wasn't peace, it was negotiation. For Trump, the label didn't matter. Only the outcome did. Venezuela, a country, a population, and massive oil reserves. For Trump, this wasn't a humanitarian crisis. It was an opportunity. Sanctions followed. Money was cut. The economy collapsed. Markets reacted. Companies benefited. Cuba depended on Venezuela. When Venezuela fell, Cuba suffocated. It was human tragedy. But in Trump's system, it was a cost of pressure. Canada faced trade threats. Accept my terms or pay the price. Greenland was even clearer. It can be bought. Not a nation, an asset. In Trump's world, everything had a price. The only question was who would pay it. So, did America win? Markets rose, some companies thrived, some jobs returned. But at the same time, allies stepped back. Global tension increased. War became a cheaper word. To some, Trump was a hero. To others, a businessman gambling with the world. And now the most uncomfortable question. Did Donald Trump really design this system alone? Or was he the perfect face for something bigger? A loud voice, a distraction, a figure ready to take the blame. Because power on this scale is rarely built by one man. Banks exist, energy giants exist, weapons industries exist. Was Trump the owner of this system, or just its most aggressive manager? This was never just a political story. It was a business model, a world run like a company, people reduced to costs, silence bought with money, and the bill is still being paid.